Hi, Basiru. Thanks for joining late in the
Yes,
night
hi, hi.
and short notice. So let's discuss about some of the innovation going on recently at AnaVJ. Apart from what we had discussed earlier with respect to Swarm AI and AGI, which is used for passing the Turing test through a conversational AI approach. We'll discuss about that a bit later. But now let's start with open banking. So this is a very exciting topic. It's a very innovative topic. Anna has been working recently in open banking, and her organization Saltage is a pioneer in this space. Apart from a few other organizations like BBVA, which are already in the space for a long time now. So this is a pretty interesting concept in the sense we could make banking accessible even to the remotest locations of the world through open banking systems. So open banking systems is like you access banking through various APIs which the bank provides, and the ledger handling is maintained by third parties, like many third parties who can may or may not have access to the banking branches or ATMs. So this is a very good feature for operation of banks at remote locations. So the open banking is pretty good, and even this in tandem with the distributed ledger system or the blockchain could innovate banking all over the world and reduce the cost of operation. And it's more like a virtual banking stuff and virtual office thing. So it's pretty innovative, and let's innovate in this space as well by using artificial general intelligence powered by a Swarm AI engine. This was pretty exciting, and I also spoke to Bank of America today and asked them to speed up their innovation in this space, and we will innovate in this space in future. And talking about another topic, that is foreign direct investments. That's a pretty interesting topic. Foreign direct investments is a measure by which we could understand the confidence foreign governments have on a country for in terms of investment and growth. So three parameters decide upon the economy of a country or the trade balance of a country. One is foreign direct investment. The second one is your gold standard or any other standard which by which you print your currency. And the third one is your multilateral trade, which you have with many countries. So the reason why the currency strength is different for different country is for the sole reason that there is not enough trade between countries going on. Let's say if the currency value of India, the Indian rupee is 80 rupees per dollar, it means that there's not much trade going on between India and US. And if the currency value of Mexico is like Mexican peso is 20 peso for $1, it means they have a better bilateral relationship. So that is what it does not portray anything else. It's not that India is too far behind or Mexico is far ahead. It's not the case. It's just the case of how much trade is going on. And if we improve the global trade balance among nations of all continents and all nations, then we will have equal currency levels and equal strength in terms of the standards of living, and we'll have a global trade balance achieved. So this is one of our mission statements, and this would help improve the standards of living of country nations all over the world. The reason why we want to improve the standards of living is once we improve the standards of living, the nutrition would improve, health care and other stuff would improve, and the happiness index would naturally improve, and other indices of growth would improve, like PPP, the purchasing parity power, even GDP, per capita income. All these things would improve once we have a good global trade balance powered by good multilateral trade and foreign direct investment. So to have foreign direct investment, apart from these factors which are conducive for investment, we should have peace and stability. So stability is there in most of the nations of the world, but peace is a problem in most of the nations, including India. So India has always have a conflict with the neighboring nations, Pakistan and China, some minor conflicts. So and some terror attacks on all over the region. So that is a kind of a concern for in countries or other investment from foreign direct investment. So that is the reason we should strive for peace and avoid all conflicts. And peace and stability is one of the reason why we can one of the motivators for a better foreign direct investment. Apart from that, there is also a concept of ease of doing business. So ease of doing business is like if you have a simpler tax regime or a simpler way of formation of foreign entity, or a simpler way of mm, uh, what do you call applying customs tax. The reason why nations apply uh, tax on foreign goods is to promote local goods. So one way it's good in one way, but to have the indigenous stuff, but it is it hampers the foreign direct investment and multilateral trade. So we could have a balance between the two, and we could lower these tax levels and have find ways and mechanisms to tackle it. One way of tackling it is to have a collaboration with a local entity which does the same business. So that has been a practice for a long time now. For example, if Suzuki operates in India, they collaborate with Maruti, that's the local car manufacturer, and that way they reduce the tax which is levied upon their products. Similarly, if Renault wants to operate in Japan or other nations, they collaborate with Nissan. And if Daimler wants to operate with Chrysler, that was an earlier arrangement. They had a Daimler Chrysler arrangement, and now it's Fiat Chrysler. So this kind of an arrangement is there for a long time, but we will have to explore more ways of improving the foreign direct investment and multilateral trade, which could improve um, the standards of living and also the currency's strength of many nations. So this I am talking in particular with reference to African, the nations in the African Union, and this kind of an approach would assist improvement in the nations and also bringing a global trade balance for all nations, however small or big it may be. So this applies to all nations. Yeah, so I leave the dice to you, so you could share your opinion, thoughts, and you had earlier prepared a list, or rather a database with the GDP of Gambia for the past 50 odd years, I guess, right from 1962, if I'm not wrong. So you could elaborate on that, and you could explain me what is the trend, how is it improving, what is the percentage of growth per GDP percentage of growth per year, what is the per capita income, what is the purchasing purchasing power, and all those things you could discuss. Yeah, yes, Basiru. I guess there's a slight delay in your video.
The GDP growth rate in Gambia in November, 16th November 2022, the Gambia growth rate of real gross domestic product from 2017 to 2027 compared to previous years is 2020 is 0.59%, 2019 6.22%. You come to
Yeah, that's pretty good.
2018, which was 8.
8%, 6.9%. It's pretty good growth of GDP. Yeah, it's a good growth. Yeah. So is it the same trend across all nations in the African Union, or you're speaking only in particular Gambia?
No, I am speaking in particular of only Gambia,
Fine. So, how about the foreign direct investment?
Yeah.
Did you make a study on that? Forex
Yeah,
reserves,
no,
forex
no, not
reserves, and foreign direct
really.
investment. Okay, we can discuss that at some
No,
at
no,
a
no.
later point of time. And how about the per
Mhm.
capita income?
Hmm?
Per capita income?
The you, per capital income.
Yeah, per capita income in the sense the income per person in terms of your currency denomination. You can give your currency. You need not try convert it into dollars. On average, per capita income in the sense how much
Here,
a person has to spend has in his at his disposal to spend.
Here the capital, when you come to capital or revenue of the Gambia is ever since being poor because of the rate of our currency. We had a very bad currency here, which is less in power. Our currency rate does not have any power, and it is used only internally, which is it is used in only in the country. It is used in only domestic trades, home trades, and etc., but not in international trade. So, which affects our economy
Correct. Yeah.
in trade
See, all
too.
international trade is done through acceptable currency internationally. Let's say dollar or euro. So you do transactions in dollar if you do international trade, right? So
Yeah,
what is
that's
the
right.
standard internal
Yeah,
to Africa?
so
So
we
within African nations, what currency standards do you use?
no here too we use dollars here in the Gambia.
Mm.
When we come to multilateral trades, we use dollars. We change our monies to dollars to access the world market and the imported goods.
Okay, talking about the trade, uh, the the advent of payment portals. You might have seen many payment portals coming up in Africa recently, and one such payment portal is very famous there. It starts with CH or something. It's called Chip something. I forgot. It's very famous there, and in fact, it's as famous as PayPal and other payment portals. And this has improved trade a lot in the sense we can have a common currency. We can have any currency for transaction,
Yeah.
and also the standard. And how about other forms of payments like digital wallets and other things? I've seen few things like airdrop and other stuffs. That's like more like a cash pickup or something. I remember I did an airdrop for you. So how did you pick that? Did you went to a service center and picked it up, or you just got it in your mobile?
Yeah, I just got it in my mobile.
Mobile.
But
Okay,
when
that's
when
great.
it comes to here
Mm.
yeah,
That's
when
pretty
it
interesting.
comes
Yeah,
to
airdrop
here
is pretty
in the
interesting. Yeah.
Gambia, we don't have.
Yeah. So you wanted
Here
to
when
share
when
some?
when you come.
Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I can say the gross the
Yeah. Please
GDP
go
of
ahead. Go
the
ahead. Go ahead.
Gambia from 1966 to 2021.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
When it in 1966, the GDP of the Gambia was 0.04 billion.
Mm.
Yeah, and per capital is 106 billion. $106.
Mm.
So when it come to 1967, things have changed a little by increasing, which goes to 0.05 billion, and the per capita income become $109.
Okay, you go at a
So when it comes to
10-year
the
period, like
percentage,
go decade by decade. Don't go by go decade by decade. We'll see the progress.
yeah. So from here we can go to 1980, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in 1980, the GDP of the Gambia rise to 0.24 billion. So when it comes to per capita also have rise to $378.
That's pretty good.
So the percentage growth of the percentage growth of it becomes 6.227%, which
Pretty
was
good. Pretty
very,
good.
very good.
So, like, when did you like? What is your
Yeah.
economic policy? Do you have a mixed economic policy or a liberalized open economic policy or closed economic? What kind of economic policy you have? Because India used to have a mixed economic policy until the 1990 early 1990. So in 1991, we opened up and we started the liberalization concept. So how about Gambia? Do you have a liberalized
Yeah,
concept or a mixed economy? In a sense, I'll give you the
we
brief
have
about.
we have
So closed in the sense the government does everything. In the sense all the organizations are state-run organizations. That's like a state-planned economy, and very few private entities. So that's like the closed kind of arrangement. A mixed economy would be like a public and private arrangement where there's a partnership and a few private players. And open would be more percentage of private players and less dependent reliance on state entities because the state cannot maintain many organizations and it cannot run successfully. Like uh, normally the government don't have a mission statement of having a good growth, so they just worry about the people, and what happens is the performance may go a bit lagging, and that might affect the economy. But we should have a good balance, and now it's more of privatization, but we should have ethics and rules in place that they don't exploit their workers too much. So that's kind of a good arrangement. So how about Gambia?
Gambia here. We have the open system here too.
In a sense, lot
We
of
have
private
the
players,
open.
a lot of private players.
Yeah, a lot of private players, but it's unfortunate. Sometimes government is unable to keep some of them because of the taxation and other related problems and issues with them. Because here the tax rate charged for some private entities is too high, which led to the runaway of some of the companies here and the entities here in the Gambia. Because when it comes to here in the Gambia is a tax-going country. We normally have our economic our budget from all the revenue sources we have here is only on taxation. So when it is tax is too high on some of the entities or companies that want to operate here, the only reason why they live here or encounter so many problems is about taxation.
Fine. Okay, let's say you get
So this make
you earn $300 per month. What is your tax slab? I'll tell you what is the tax slab. Tax slab in the sense, if you earn below some revenue, like if you earn below a certain value, you need not pay tax. So what is your tax slab? Let's say you have earned $300 per month.
yeah, the tax the percentage rate of tax is 10. It was 5, but now raised to 10. So any income you have will be divided by 10 times 100.
Okay, that's not bad, because
Mhm.
there are nations which pay tax as high as 40%, 42%. So it's not bad. But it also depends on the kind of welfare they give to the society, in terms of healthcare and answer. So that also depends. So
Yes.
how about Gambia? Like, are the government hospitals and government institutes well equipped to serve the society, or it's poorly equipped compared to the private bodies?
Here, everything like even in when you come to hospitality and about health issue in even in the government hospital, neither the private hospital now have the same funds on, and you pay the same amount of money in all those institutions, even though they named after government or government owns them, trying to help the nation. So which you go to the hospital and you charge for some amount of money which is equally compared to private entities here or the private hospitals, because here nothing goes for free. When you go to the hospital, you're going to you in the government hospitals, you're not going to meet any pharmacy in the hospital. So they will only prescribe for you. The doctors will only prescribe for you and let you go to the pharmacy and buy all those medicines. Even the hospital got a pharmacy in the cemetery, in the hospital cemetery. So the case will be there will be no medicine in that case, which make it very difficult for the poor or the low income earners here to be able to reach the satisfaction of their health sometimes when they are in a position where they can't afford the medicines or they can't afford to pay for their health or bill of hospitality. So this
Okay,
brings this problem when you come to.
so I'll ask another question. Like, how what is your wait time, in the sense you have an ailment, and you book a doctor or someone you want to go for an appointment. Can you get an immediate appointment, or you have to wait to have a primary physician and wait for some time, or how's it? You can you go just walk in, or how's the system there?
Here the system is you can walk in, but when you have an appointment cards, you will be going for appointment every week or every month, as you wish. Depending on what is wrote on your appointment date or when you should be having appointment. But when you're sick in case, you just walk into the hospital here. Here things are different from other states like Europe and USA, because people are not much too up to that standard to offer or hire their own doctors who will be checking their health status and all any other related stuff to their health. So you just walk into the hospital. Only few here have their own private doctors on which they report all their issues and all their health personalities and etc.
Okay. So okay, let's switch to another topic, in the sense from healthcare. How about infrastructure? Infrastructure is good enough, in the sense for the what you get from the government. So infrastructure is growing good, or your infrastructure is not up to the mark. In all types of infrastructure, energy,
Yeah, the infrastructure
construction,
is
everything.
yeah, the infrastructure companies infrastructure here is too little. Yeah, very little amount. Gambia
No, no, no. Like,
is not blessed with.
what is, like, how big? I guess Gambia is pretty small, in the sense. Maybe what's the square? How many square kilometers? The area of Gambia?
The area of Gambia. I
Just an
I I,
approximate.
I can't really tell, but I will.
Just an approximate. Okay.
Uh,
I saw on the map. It's pretty small. The reason I'm asking is all the cities and villages are well connected. The roadways, railways, everything is well connected, or there is some lag in that?
Yeah, there is some lag when you come to issues of transportation because we don't have good roads here. We can only count our good roads or our better roads here when you come to the combos,
So,
which
what is the mode
is
of transport
which
of
is around.
Yeah, what is the mode of transport of goods from your country to other nations? Is going to be roadways or airways or railways, or how do you transport export while you're doing the multilateral trade?
We export in sea, yeah, in rivers, boats, boatway, or
Yeah, there's a slight delay in your video, Basiru. Yeah, I'm waiting for you.